Hi, welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemons, and X-Men First Class director Matthew Vaughn has not only seen footage of Deadpool 3, but mentions how Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are about to save the whole Marvel universe, literally or figuratively. Also, why is Matthew Vaughn given viewing access to Deadpool 3 if he's only directed one X-Men movie? What notes or blessings would Matthew Vaughn lend to Sean Levy or Ryan Reynolds? What are we doing? Are we addressing the Wolverine cameo in First Class, orchestrating the Cuban Missile Crisis, or saving Darwin? I will figure it out in this video and we'll solve this riddle together. And don't forget to tune in to Eric's breakdowns of the X-Men film series on the New Rockstars channel. I explore many of those breakdowns to help me break this one down today. And it's important to get ready for Deadpool 3, and if you've forgotten some of those nostalgic character storylines, it's just great to go back and watch them. But first, be sure to check out the nerdriot.shop to check out our latest and greatest in New Rockstars merch. Right now, you can grab our Multiverse Tour shirt featuring many eras of Deadpool. It also comes as a hoodie or a crop top, or maybe pick up our Madam Web shirt featuring the greatest line from any movie trailer in history. I'm wearing it right now, and baby, that line is gonna haunt me forever. Grabbing some merch from nerdriot.shop is the best way to support the channel and all the hard work we do here at New Rockstars and me bring these videos to you. Otherwise, I don't know what I'd be doing. Crawling on the ground. Let's get into it. Matthew Vaughn isn't the director of Deadpool 3, which I should probably have started this all with. It's Sean Levy. He's directing Deadpool 3. But on the Bro Bible post-credit podcast, he spoke on Deadpool 3. He said, "The few snippets that I know about Deadpool vs. Wolverine are unbelievable. That's going to be the jolt the Marvel Universe is about to have, and it's going to bring that body back to life." Matthew Vaughn was originally hired to direct X-Men The Last Stand after Bryan Singer left on the franchise to work on Superman Returns. Vaughn left X-Men 3 after citing how the execs messed it up and were tricking Halle Berry. They were trying to use a script that had a bigger role for Storm that they never intended on shooting in order to trick Halle Berry into joining this project. Vaughn didn't like that, so he walked. He was then brought back to the franchise to revive it with X-Men First Class, so why would Matthew Vaughn get some sneak peek footage or details of Deadpool 3 if he's only worked on that one movie? Well, our first observation would probably be to get their blessing or notes. Realistically, I think it's general consensus that Logan, X2, Days of Futures Past, First Class, and the first X-Men movie are the better ones, and of those 5, 2 of those directors haven't been canceled yet for any horrible thing. So that's Matthew Vaughn and James Mangold. So to the public eye, it makes sense that Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy consider talking to Vaughn for notes. I personally love First Class. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but he's probably the best director of the X-Men live action universe to talk to about anything X-Men related. He's also worked as a director and writer for Kick-Ass and The Kingsman. I just think he's good at blowing out, if this is true, then what else is? And building likable characters and getting them future movies. He's like a weirdly sufficient code for box offices, and I just really like his action parts in movies. That's important because he mentioned how fans would love the snippets of Deadpool versus Wolverine, like how they're actually fighting, and those characters stand their own ground. They can't always just be battling one-on-one in the sand. We need them to actually bend and go somewhere else, and I think Matthew Vaughn would be good leading some information for that. Now, I won't show the set leaked photos from Deadpool 3. Still, we expect to see some cameo appearances from those set photos and different publicity articles, so Vaughn has probably glimpsed scenes involving his First Class characters. Now, I don't think he gets 100% say in what they do with his characters, but if specific scenes from First Class need to be matched, like this scene with Wolverine, which will probably happen, it's easiest for production to shoot it like they did the original, and they probably asked Matt for advice or the process behind it or any info they needed. First Class was the prequel for the X-Men films, incorporated different looks at characters we'd see before the school was created. We know Deadpool 3 follows Deadpool and casts Wolverine and some other cameos as he's time jumping or multiverse hopping, so if we Venn diagram Deadpool 3 and First Class, what scenes would be explored in that center? First Class takes place primarily during 1962, and we saw the Cuban Missile Crisis that was being orchestrated by Sebastian Shaw. Though it was all avoided, this didn't stop the creation of the Brotherhood of Mutants under Eric and the paralyzing of Charles Xavier. So we ask ourselves, what would happen if Deadpool was there? Well, with his quick act now and questions later method, he'd probably kill Sebastian Shaw, thus stopping Eric from receiving the helmet that thwarted Charles. Charles could use his powers to stop the military from releasing those missiles. He'd only have 1 minute to do that though and save them all. Otherwise, they'd die without Magneto setting the missiles on a slightly different course. This would also potentially destroy the idea of the Brotherhood of Mutants, or we'd see a different leader like Mystique soon. Or we could see the revisiting of the Hellfire Club. If you're looking for an easy way to pamper yourself, revamping your daily hygiene routine is a great place to start, and Geology is here to help. Geology is a 29-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company recognized in Men's Health, Oprah Daily, Hypebeast, Birdie, Esquire, and GQ. Geology's products use just a handful of powerful proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. Geology can help you fight acne, reduce oiliness, prevent wrinkles, combat dark or puffy under eyes, have smoother hydrated skin, and target signs of aging. And I am old as hell. If you don't know where to start, Geology can create a simple and effective skincare or hair care routine for you. All you gotta do is take a quick 30-second quiz. Right now, if you use code NEWROCKSTARS100, Geology Dermatology will give you 100% off of their award-winning skincare trial set. 100%. That's all of it. That's all of it. That's the entire enchilada. You also get an additional bonus offer of up to 30% off one skin, hair, or body products when you add it to your trial. So 100% off plus an additional 30% off. Hope you save some champagne because this is a deal we're celebrating. Click the link in the description or go to geolog.ie/rockstars100 to get started. The Hellfire Club originally came from the comics. Where the Brotherhood wanted rights for mutants, the Hellfire Club was more like power hungry. So they sometimes worked with and against the X-Men. This team in First Class was led by Sebastian Shaw, and the team was made up of Emma Frost, Azazel, and Riptide, eventually bringing in Angel. Now, again, ask ourselves, how would Deadpool cross with the Hellfire Club? Firstly, I don't think he could stop them on his own, and it depends on how Sebastian Shaw approaches him. Since Deadpool is easily persuaded to do most things, we could get a cameo of Deadpool in this movie, joining them briefly before knowing the ultimate plan and ending Sebastian right there before leaving. I'm sure that's how it would go. I think the scene we absolutely 100% will be getting is the "F you" scene from Wolverine in the bar, because it's an incredible cameo. We all loved it. Everybody loves it. It's probably my favorite cameo in any movie ever. Xavier and Eric were so easily swayed to leave after his immediate disinterest, but that wouldn't fly with Deadpool. Since this was around 62, Wolverine was about to be enlisted or already was enlisted in the Vietnam War, I think. He joined in the 70s according to Origin, so his reaction could be from zero interest in being enlisted. Regardless, Deadpool messing this scene up can butterfly affect whether or not Wolverine goes to war. If that doesn't happen, he won't join Team X, so he won't meet Wade, who will absolutely remind us of killing himself from the last movie. Also, jumping the war wouldn't have stopped Wolverine from getting that adamantium change in the Origins, since it came well after leaving Team X and pursuing a normal life. Regardless, I just think this little nod could be a big play for Deadpool 3, and why not bring it in? Getting the green light from Vaughn and letting him see the footage makes sense as a director of one of the X-Men movies, but also this praise is coming directly from his mouth. And rightfully, many people don't trust celebs saying this movie will be a hit. And for some reason, I believe Stephen King and Tom Cruise during the Flash hype. I don't know why I did, but I did. And I'd argue that because of everything I stated earlier about Matthew Vaughn, along with this being a Deadpool movie, I believe his positive views of the film. He was trying to do a soft reboot for the X-Men series anyways. He cares a lot about the X-Men franchise and the actors. He walked away from X-Men 3 when he realized they were screwing over Halle Berry. He could have simply said nothing enticing about Deadpool in this interview, or like the New York City Comic-Con aired out some dirty laundry about what happened behind the scenes, but he didn't. He appreciates what's going on, how it will affect Marvel, and what Ryan, Hugh, and Sean bring to the table. So this review, I think, has a lot of merit. Now to do what I love doing most at my job, really overanalyzing the phrasing of what Vaughn said, because when you say save the MCU, we can be talking a lot of different things. And I know what you're saying. Jessica, don't overanalyze. Matthew Vaughn has written so many movies that have gotten a spin-off, have gotten an extra movie. This man has been writing his entire life in the field where you're supposed to not give away secrets. I think overanalyzing is okay here because he knows what he's doing. I'm gonna overanalyze. That's all I want to say. Off my soapbox. Okay, so when you're saying save the MCU, he could be saving the MCU in money and numbers. We see the numbers. We know what Disney is doing. We see the chess that they're playing, restructuring the development and creative teams, really finally just recognizing that Marvel, Netflix, and Fox movies weren't so bad. But for real, we need some consistency again. And Spider-Man and Deadpool make us money. These characters bring us money because they're recognizable characters that can bring nostalgia, but also can create something predictable, yet fun and easy to consume. So will it really save the MCU? You know, in realistic terms, no. That's like saying one bucket of cement will fix every crack in LA. It'll rely on the franchise's future. It doesn't happen overnight. This can be the seed for a better tomorrow for sure, but saving the MCU takes more than one movie. With that being said, what if he meant it literally? What if Deadpool steps out and creates his own path like She-Hulk? I highly doubt we'll get that exact scene, but he did use a time travel device from Cable repaired by Negasonic Teenage Warhead to write his timeline. And from Loki's finale, we know the TVA is onto him doing it. So technically, there's a world in which Wade fixes the Disney MCU timeline by adding himself to it, thus saving the MCU. It works as a gag, but it also works as like a farewell as he enters the Disney world. Origin stories come in threes now. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Venom, I'd argue all of them, or Venom will be a three-part origin story for their characters. Deadpool 3 will be his stepping away from solo movies and into a shared space with others. We might not even get to see his companions anymore. So we need that pseudo goodbye in the movie and welcome home like Guardians 3 and No Way Home did. Sean Levy mentioned in an interview how Ryan is amazing at wanting Deadpool to lose. This could be a great instrument for a sad ending, but a positive outlook for the future of Deadpool. There are a lot of big takeaways here. The biggest is Deadpool saving the MCU, which is a tall order and requires some more little seeds to charter that course. I'm excited regardless, and I can't recommend enough following along with Eric as he breaks down every X-Men film in chronological order. Those videos are super helpful and just fun to revisit. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Lulu_Clemons. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Check us out on The Break Room, The Deep Dive, and I'll see you later.